Good morning. I've been having video issues all morning. I recorded on my Facebook page, but then for some reason it wouldn't upload on my YouTube channel. So I'm starting over here. So today, and I'm gonna try to make this video as short as possible. My concern with me being a licensed cosmetologist, my concern is the issues that women of color are having with their natural hair. A lot of breakage, a lot of thinning, scalp issues, not embracing the hair that grows out of their head. And so I decided that I would record videos and hope and, maybe put out information that will help people grow their hair. It's not true. I know some people say that Black women's hair don't grow, it won't grow. That is not true. Our hair will get as long as any other race, right? Our hair will grow. Sometimes it don't look like it's growing because our hair is tightly curled or tightly coiled, so it curls up. But when you stretch it out, it looks longer, right? But our hair will grow. Don't ever allow anyone to tell you that your hair will not grow because it will. But the only way that your hair can grow and become healthy is that you take care of it, right? So today I'm going to talk about scalp care. Okay, how it's very very important to take care of your scalp. All right, so your scalp, and I made some notes, and I'm just going to read from my notes. Your scalp has pores and hair follicles that can become clogged and damaged. Okay, of course, we all know that hair grows directly from the scalp, right? So, proper scalp care is very, very important in maintaining healthy hair. First thing first, you have to take care of your scalp. If your scalp is not healthy, your hair will not be healthy. Okay, so there are some things that I want to go over real quick. First, scratching the scalp. Scratching the scalp is an issue with a lot of women. You know, we unconsciously take our fingernails, dig down, scratch, 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 continuously scratch our scalp. Sometimes we take a comb, the end of the comb, and we get down in there and scratch our scalp. We use ink pens, we use ink pen tops, we use pencils, we use bobby pins, we use all kinds of stuff to get down here and scratch our scalp. Wrong, wrong, wrong. We don't know it, we don't see it, but that harsh manipulation on the scalp is causing our hair not to grow. Okay, because what is happening is, even though we don't see it with the naked eye, under a microscope, you will see that your scalp is damaged. Anytime you do that excessive manipulation on the scalp, scratching, using objects to scratch your scalp, it will damage the scalp and your hair will not grow. That's a main issue with a lot of women. We are constantly scratching, our hands are in our hair and we are damaging our scalp. So if you notice that your scalp is itching, what you want to do is look in the mirror, look at the area where it's itching, and you want to look and see what's going on with my scalp. Do I have dandruff? Do I have any scalp issues? Um, Another thing you can think about is the products. Are the products that I'm using irritating my scalp? Yes, there are a lot of products on the shelves that irritate the scalp. So you want to pay close attention to that. Look through your product overhaul your product haul and see what works for you and what don't work for you. If you have products that you tried and it did irritate your scalp or dried out your hair or it don't work, throw it away, throw it in the trash. Because why hold on to it and give it to somebody else when it's not working for you? Okay, so just throw it away. It's like if somebody gives me bacon, leaves bacon at my house, and I don't eat bacon, I'm not going to give bacon to my neighbor that eats bacon because I don't eat bacon. Okay, because I don't eat bacon because, it may, for health reasons. So I'm not going to give it to somebody else so they can eat bacon and have health issues. So anyway, with products, if it don't work for you, throw it away. Okay. Another thing is, so we want to be careful with that harsh manipulation, you know, tight styles, pulling at the scalp. That can cause scalp damage and that will prevent your hair from not growing. Okay. Another thing we want to look at is products. Let me go back and talk about products. Dumping products on the hair. We have a tendency of using too much product on the hair. Too much. Too much gels, too much creams, too much conditioners, just too much. And what is happening is that all that product is getting settled on our scalp because a lot of women are not shampooing their hair on a regular basis. So it gets stuck on the scalp, and next thing you know, it's covering the scalp. Your pores are not able to breathe, and boom, you have scalp issues. Your hair is not growing. When you use product, you want to use as little as possible. The reason why women use a lot of product is because they want their hair to do something that it normally won't do on its own. They want it to slick back. They want it to curl real tight. And so they use a lot of products to achieve that look. But what we have to do is we have to be content and happy with the hair texture that we have. If your hair normally don't lay down, don't force it to lay down. Okay. If your hair normally don't curl real tight, don't force it. Don't dump product on it and make it do something that it don't want to do anyway. So you have to be happy with what is on your head, what was given to you. God do not make mistakes, right? God do not make mistakes. He didn't make a mistake with you in the way that you look, in the way that your hair look. Nothing about you was a mistake. Nothing about you, everything about you was made because love. God is love. You are love. Okay. And now you are here. Okay. And so you have to accept the way that you are. My hair texture, in order for me to lay my edges down, I will have to put like a glaze and really pack that glaze on my hair to lay my edges down, okay, which will damage my scalp and prevent my hair from growing right. So I choose not to do that. My hair is what it is. I accept it for what it is. We are all beautiful. All hair textures, all black hair textures are beautiful, okay? Um, let's see. Another thing I want to talk about is sun exposure. Yes, you can get sunburn on your scalp. So you want to be careful if you're in the sun for a long period of time, whether you are working in the garden, you are at the beach, you are at an outdoor pool, you are at a street festival, wherever you are, and you're going to be out in the sun for a long period of time, you have to protect your scalp. You have to protect your scalp. Some of the ways that you can protect it, you can put a cotton wrap on your head, a wrap. You can put sunblock on your scalp. Yes, you can. You can put just like you can put it on your face and on your skin. You can put it on your scalp. You just have to make sure that you shampoo your hair with a clarifying shampoo to get it off. And or you can apply aloe vera gel on the scalp before you go out in the sun. So those are some things that you can do to protect your scalp from the harsh sun rays, okay? You don't want to get sunburn on your scalp because that would damage the scalp, which will prevent your hair from growing. Okay, that will prevent your hair from growing. Another thing is, I'm gonna backtrack. You don't want to take a comb, and you know how we go in the mirror and we start scratching that scalp. Scalp damage would cause prevent the hair from growing. So you don't want to do that. So yes, protect your hair from the sun at all times. You do not want to get sunburn on your scalp. Okay. You want to use products that work well with your hair. Only you know what type of products that work well for your hair. You can try different things. You don't want to use a lot of products. You don't need to use a lot of products. Okay. Um, Another thing I want to talk about is sometimes there is visible signs of damage. Yes, sometimes we can get dandruff. If you have dandruff, which is white, small flakes on the scalp, it's not bad. And you can use an anti-dandruff shampoo on a regular basis. If you have dandruff, you don't just want to use the shampoo one time and that's it. You want to continuously use it to get rid of the damage. But you also want to make sure that you drink a lot of water, eat a well-balanced diet, go to the doctor, get regular checkups, get your blood test to make sure that you don't have any issues going on in your body. You want to limit your sugar intake, white flour intake, because sugar can cause candida to build up in the system, which can cause an itchy scalp. So you say, for example, you say you eat something sweet and then all of a sudden your ears start itching or your scalp start itching. It's probably a sign that you have a chemical imbalance going on in your body and you need to limit your sugar intake. Also, alcohol. Alcohol can cause an overgrowth of candida in the body. As we know, candida can cause yeast infections, itchy scalp, itchy ear, and things like that. And so you want to make sure that you cut back on your sugar intake. So if you eat something sweet and you notice that you having some 30 minutes, 10 minutes later, 5 minutes later, immediately your ear starts to itch, your scalp starts to itch, you itching, then most likely you have an overgrowth of candida or chemical imbalance going on in your body. So you want to make sure that you switch up your diet, drink plenty of water, eat healthy, see your doctor. Okay. Other visible damages, scalp damages, could be, say you see, and I know this is an issue with a lot of Black women. Um, they have large flakes. You see large flakes. The scalp is itchy, and the flakes attach itself to the scalp in large clumps. And that is because it could be candida, overgrowth of yeast, or it could be because you're not keeping your hair clean. It's very important to keep your hair clean. Now, I know that when natural hair is long, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I know. So, who wants to shampoo their hair on a regular basis when you have to deal with the whole maintenance of going through and styling your hair and all that stuff when after you shampoo it? It can take 2 hours sometimes to do your hair, right? Sometimes longer for people who have longer hair. So I know it is a job, but what you can do is, most women who have longer natural hair, they keep their hair braided up, or they keep their hair in two-strand twists. A lot of naturals with long hair don't leave their hair out because um, it gets frizzy, it gets a little tangled, and we just don't want to deal with it. So we just, keep it in braided styles. It's easier, right? Well, while you have your hair in braided styles, you can shampoo your hair while it's braided or twisted up. I would suggest that you do not have to shampoo your hair every single day because usually Black women, we don't produce a lot of sebum, a lot of oil on our scalp where it gets real oily and stringy and stuff like that, where we have to shampoo it or it looks dirty and stuff every day, where we have to shampoo it every day. Now, other people may have to shampoo their hair every day because their hair texture is straight. So that sebum goes up out of the scalp and it goes down the strand of hair, which makes the hair feel oily, feels a little dirty, sticky. With Black hair, our hair coils up tight or it's curly. So when that sebum comes out of the scalp, it doesn't go straight down the hair shaft. It kind of, it has to work its way through the curls in order, you know, to get to the end of the hair strand. So that's why we don't have to shampoo. Natural African American women don't have to shampoo their hair on a regular basis. Now, I'll be right back. I need to get the charger. I'll be right back. So, yes, I'm back. So, it's not because the hair doesn't get oily because it's a race issue, okay? It's a black or white issue or anything like that. It's just because of the hair type. There are some Black women who do have very fine hair, and so they will most likely have to shampoo their hair more regularly than somebody who has tight coils or curls in their hair. Okay, so with that being said, with women who are natural, um, I say twice a week is good. Twice a week is good, unless you work outside and you um work around dirt or dust or anything like that. You want to shampoo it more regularly, or if you exercise every day. If you exercise and perspire a lot, you want to rinse the hair. You can do that with your braids. If you have braids, you can still rinse the hair. You can still shampoo the hair, condition it, rinse it, and it'd be just fine. You can also take witch hazel, put it on a cotton ball. You can go in between the parts, in between the braids, and clean your scalp that way. But the most important thing is that you have to keep the scalp clean. And that's why a lot of women have that large flakes, itchy scalp, flakes attached to the scalp because they're not keeping their hair clean. And watch out for your diet. Okay. In those type of situations, the large flakes, the damage, the dermatitis on the scalp, you want to again use an anti-dandruff shampoo to prevent that from happening. Okay, so yes, so we want to just make sure that we take care of the scalp. Scalp care is very, very important. Like I said, if you want a healthy hair, if you want your hair to grow, you have to um, you have to make sure that you take care of your scalp first and foremost. Okay. So if you have any questions, feel free to message me anytime. I will answer your questions to the best of my ability. Make sure your hair is, and I want to let y'all know this, your natural hair is beautiful. There is nothing wrong with your hair. God created you to be who you are. Okay, now I know there are women who suffer with alopecia. That's an issue, causes hair loss. Okay, but traction alopecia is something that you can fix it. Okay, if you're having scalp and hair issues, you can reverse it. Okay, you can reverse it, but you just have to take the time to work on it. Okay, you have to take the time to work on it. So again, I hope you all have a good day. Bye. Remember, your hair is beautiful. Bye.